You've heard it said money is the root of all evil, right? But is it really? Picture this. You're sitting in a cozy coffee shop sipping on your favorite latte when you overhear a conversation at the next table. Two people are discussing a mutual friend who just made a fortune in a business deal. The words flow out, thick with envy and judgment. Oh, he's rich now. You know what they say, money is the root of all evil. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? This phrase is thrown around so casually, it's as if we're discussing the weather. But have you ever stopped to consider what it really means? Let's take a trip down memory lane to the origins of this phrase. It's often attributed to the Bible, the good book that's been guiding humanity for millennia. But here's the catch. It's actually a misquote. Yes, you heard it right. The Bible never said money is the root of all evil. The correct quote from the Bible is, "The love of money is a root of all kinds of evil." Quite a difference, isn't it? It's like saying, ice cream is the root of all obesity. But we all know it's not the ice cream itself, but the excessive consumption of it that's the problem. Now, isn't it funny how we've twisted these words to fit our preconceived notions about wealth? We've turned money, a mere tool, into the villain of the piece. Money, my friends, is as evil as a hammer. It's the hand that wields it that determines whether it builds a home or destroys one. So next time you hear someone say, money is the root of all evil, remember this. Money doesn't have a personality. It doesn't wake up one day and decide to ruin someone's life. It's how we use it, how we view it, and how we handle it that can make all the difference. So could it be that we've been interpreting this all wrong? Stick around to find out. Let's delve into the world's best-selling book, the Bible. Yes, we're getting biblical today. Now don't worry, I'm not about to start preaching. But there's a particular verse that's often misquoted and misunderstood, especially when it comes to the topic of wealth. You've probably heard it before. Money is the root of all evil. But let's set the record straight. The actual verse from 1 Timothy 6:10 goes like this: "For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil." Did you catch the difference? It's not money itself that's the root of all evil, but the love of money, the craving, the obsession, the all-consuming desire for it. That's where the potential for evil lies. It's about the attitude, not the asset. Think of money as a tool. A hammer, for instance, can be used to build a house or to break a window. It's not the hammer that's good or evil, it's how we choose to use it. The same goes for money. It can be used to create opportunities, build businesses, and help those in need, or it can be hoarded, idolized, and used to exploit others. Money, in and of itself, is neutral. It's a means of exchange, a store of value, a measure of worth. It's like water, essential for life, but dangerous when it floods or when it becomes all we thirst for. So the issue isn't with money, but with our relationship to it. Do we control it, or does it control us? Do we use it to serve others, or do we serve it? Are we generous with it, or do we clutch it in a tight fist? As we navigate our way towards financial success, let's remember this. Wealth is not inherently evil. It's not about how much money you have, but how you use it and why you want it. So it's not the money itself that's evil, but how we relate to it. Intriguing, isn't it? Now let's talk about what money is really for, shall we? Picture this. You're living in the world of trade by barter and you're at a marketplace, but instead of cash or cards, you're carrying around a wheelbarrow full of apples. You fancy a new pair of shoes, but the cobbler doesn't want apples, he wants eggs. So off you trot to find the chicken farmer, hoping he wants your apples. Sounds absurd, doesn't it? Well, that's essentially what bartering was. And thank goodness we've moved past that, because I don't know about you, but I'm not a fan. Now we have money. It's not just a bunch of fancy paper and shiny coins, it's a universally accepted medium of exchange, a simplifier of transactions. It's a stand-in for a wheelbarrow full of apples, if you like. It's not inherently good or evil any more than a wheelbarrow is, it's simply a tool. And yet we've attached so much more significance to it. We've turned it into a yardstick for success, a measure of a person's worth. But let's be clear. Your bank balance doesn't define you any more than the brand of your shoes does. Money is not a scorecard. It's not a ticket to happiness. It's not a magic potion that will cure all your problems. It's a tool, a facilitator. It's there to help you trade your apples for shoes without the hassle of finding an egg-loving chicken farmer. Now don't get me wrong, having money can make life more comfortable, sure, it can open doors, provide opportunities, but it's not the be-all and end-all, and it's certainly not a measure of your value as a human being. So next time you find yourself stressing about money, remember it's just a tool, a means to an end, not an end in itself. It's not about having the most toys when the game is over. It's about using what you have to create a life that you love. Remember, money is just a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or evil. It all depends on the wielder. We've established that money isn't inherently evil, but what about morality? Does being rich make you a bad person? Let's spill the tea on the age-old debate, shall we? See, the thing about wealth is that it doesn't come with a prepackaged set of morals. It doesn't have a built-in good or evil indicator. It's like a paintbrush. You can create a masterpiece or a mess. It's entirely up to the painter, not the tool. Think about Bill Gates or Elon Musk. They're not just titans of industry, but they're also philanthropists who've heavily invested in bettering our world. They've used their wealth to combat diseases, improve education, and push the boundaries of technology. Are they evil because they're rich? Most would argue not. Or consider Oprah Winfrey. Her story is one of rags to riches, and she's used her fortune to empower others through education and charitable giving. She didn't let her wealth change her. Instead, she leveraged it to change the world. Now let's flip the coin. What about those who've used their wealth for nefarious purposes? Yes, they exist. But isn't it their actions that we deem immoral rather than their bank accounts? It's easy to point fingers at the wealthy, to label them as greedy or heartless. But wealth isn't a character trait, it's a resource, it's a magnifier, it amplifies who you already are. If you're generous without money, you'll be generous with it. If you're selfish without money, well, you'll probably be selfish with it too. So let's put to rest the notion that money can buy a ticket to the moral high ground or condemn you to the depths of wickedness. It's not about how much you have, but what you do with it. Being rich doesn't make you evil, just like being poor doesn't make you a saint. It's all about how you use what you have. All right, here's another hot topic for you. Does money bring happiness? It's a question that's been debated for ages with no definitive answer. Some say money can buy happiness, others argue that it can't. Let's break it down, shall we? Sure, money can buy things that make you happy. It can buy a nice home, a comfortable car, a world tour, or even that pricey gadget you've been eyeing. These things can bring you joy, but is it a sustainable happiness? Or is it fleeting, disappearing as soon as the newness wears off? On the other hand, money can provide financial security. There's a certain peace of mind that comes with knowing you can pay your bills, afford health care, or put food on the table. That can contribute to happiness, can't it? But here's the catch. Money isn't a magic key to eternal happiness. It can't buy you love, friendship, or good health. It can't replace the joy of spending time with loved ones or the satisfaction of achieving a goal. It can't fill the void of loneliness or heal a broken heart. These are things that truly enrich our lives, things that are priceless. So while money can provide comfort and security, it's not the sole key to happiness. It's all about balance. Between materialistic desires and emotional fulfillment, between earning and enjoying, between spending and saving. So, does money bring happiness? It can, to an extent, but it's not the be-all and end-all. Happiness, my friends, comes from within, and no amount of money can buy that. Moving on, let's talk about your relationship with money. Yes, you heard that right. Your relationship with money. It's a subject that can be a tad bit touchy, isn't it? After all, money is often seen as a taboo topic, something that's only discussed in hushed whispers. But why should it be? Think about it. Your relationship with money, like any other relationship in your life, greatly influences your actions, decisions, and ultimately your life's trajectory. If you're constantly viewing money as the villain in your life story, then it's high time we had a little heart-to-heart. You see, money is not the bad guy here. It's not inherently good or evil. It's an inanimate object, a tool, and like any tool, it's all about how you use it. A hammer can be used to build a house or to break a window. It's the same with money. It can be used to create opportunities, to help others, to build businesses, and to foster positive change. Or it can be used to breed corruption and greed. The choice, my friends, is entirely up to you. So here's a thought. Instead of viewing money through a lens of fear or disdain, why not see it as a means to an end? Why not see it as a tool that you can wield to make a positive impact in your life and the lives of others? Your mindset about money, your beliefs and attitudes towards it, these are the things that truly matter. These are the things that will determine whether you use money to build or to destroy. And it all starts with you. It all starts with changing your money mindset, with embracing the potential of wealth, not as an evil entity, but as a powerful tool. So, are you ready to change your money mindset and embrace the potential of wealth? I hope so. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on this video if it's helped you see money in a new light. And of course, hit that subscribe button to stay updated on more enlightening content like this. Until next time, remember, money isn't evil. It's all about how you use it.